African Americans that enlisted in the United States Army with bachelor's or master's.
There are a couple of reasons why African Americans with degrees enlist in the United States military. First of all, the first degree, which is not an excuse, but many of the recruiters told us it would be better if we go enlisted before we go officer, we'll get more respect. The second thing is the overwhelming majority of us don't have the 110 GT score. Because I took the recruiter's advice, I went enlisted, and then once I got there, it had been 3 years, I decided I wanted to go be an officer. I didn't really realize until somebody told me, yeah, you can't go officer. You got a 92 GT score. What's a GT score? So I had to go to BSEP. Failed BSEP 3 times. And then on the 4th time, I got a 110. That's another reason. You got a degree, bachelor's and master's, and a lot of us can't overcome the embarrassment that we didn't have the GT score to get a 110, which leads me into my 4th point. There are 2 points to this 4th point, so we can call them number 4 and number 5. Because we're embarrassed, we didn't get the GT score, then we become the biggest advocates for saying you're a sellout if you leave the NCO Corps. And because that statement alone is so powerful in the black community, most of us just settle and go throughout our careers telling people we got a bachelor's degree and a master's degree. I could have went officer if I wanted to. Being called a sellout stopped me from 10 years from becoming an officer. I was so worried that my buddies were going to call me a sellout. Even after I got the 110, I waited 3 more years. That is a lot of reasons why we don't jump to the officer side. The last and final reason, and I just thought about this, most of us, and I'm speaking for myself here, I didn't think I was smart enough to be an officer, nor did I think I had what it took to be an officer. I mean, I thought I was going to have to change my personality. I thought I was going to have to be uptight. I thought I was going to have to be a square. And to be honest with you, for the first 3 years, I took on that behavior because I didn't understand myself and I was imitating others because of my low self-esteem and my low self-worth. All of these are culminating reasons. If we would sit down and really talk to people and help them understand what it's like on the other side, I have done that. I have put 83 people through officer school. And I'm going to tell you as I conclude here, because I don't want to get long-winded, it's not one of those 83 that automatically went to OCS. It took a period of about 5 years of me trying to convince them to go OCS and convince them that they can come to this side and be smart enough and come to this side and succeed. Man, it's a lot of psychological damage out there that has been done to us, not only by the process of stereotypes and some holdovers from slavery. I don't want to get into that conversation. But then the traumatic, post-traumatic syndrome of our own community telling us if we progress and go to the officer side, we are considered sellouts. Don't let that go over your head. I hope I've helped here. We need to have, man, what a great conversation. We need to have more conversations like this so we can get over the stigma of going to be an officer. Any other job in the United States, if you move